What the hell? 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 What the hell?
Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are. You know what I'm saying? This is where we are. Tyrese Haliburton did not come through.
What the hell?
A lot of Pacers fans, beat down on Haliburton because, you know what I'm saying, he has moments like this in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So, just to Hali, this is for you, Hali. I don't like Haliburton. There's something about him. I just don't like him. You know what I mean? So, Haliburton, this is for you. That was for him. What the hell were you doing? 8 points? The hell was you doing? Anyway, Tony, we on the Lucis Lounge again, man. Great win tonight for the New York Knicks over the Indiana Pacers. There was a lot of talk on ESPN and everything that, you know what I mean, it's the Indiana Pacers were the only team to beat the Knicks in 3 Game 7s and all of this stuff. Well, it didn't happen. I mean, not 3 Game 7s, but 3 eliminations. 3 elimination games. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen tonight, though. You know what I mean? The Knicks took care of business. And, of course, Pacers fans are salty. A lot of them got a lot of things to say. As far as, I was looking at the comments that you sent, and some people are like, oh, the Pacers weren't really playing hard or dumb stuff.
Hold on, Sim. Hold on. Before we get started, I do have a bone to pick. We wasn't able to get the last Losers Lounge done.
Word.
And I think that put a bad mojo on us. So I was just going to say, moving forward, even if we got to do 10 minutes, we got to knock out these Losers Lounges.
Got to knock them out. No doubt.
All right, I'm back, bro.
No doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. Right. Whoever this is, J Wee. Pacers in 6. That's what he believed. Pacers in 6.
I thought it was Pacers in 5, but the Knicks are still alive. Now they're saying Pacers in 6 is Game 7, all about the Knicks. I don't know.
Hey, word. I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to say that because the Pacers got a home game, this and that. But I don't know. I think the Knicks win Game 6. I think the Knicks are just going to be more desperate, way more desperate than the Pacers. You know what I mean? And I feel like when this team comes out with that kind of desperation and they're playing as aggressive as they played tonight, see, the Knicks they waver a lot. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're that aggressive, sometimes they're not. I think because they're facing desperation, they're aggressive. The aggression is going to be there. And as long as the refs let us play that style, I think we win. I'm not going to say we're going to blow them out, but I think we win. You know what I mean? Kevin Bergen. That's the same confidence I had last year against them. I don't blame them. Nah, no doubt about it. Even with all of our injuries, I thought we was going to beat them last year. You know what I mean? We was up 3-1. I was like, we're going to get one of them. We're going to get one. That ain't happen. Trash.
One of the positive things though is a lot of these guys experienced that defeat last year. So you know what I mean? They're not trying to. They know it's possible to come back.
Right. I am Jarrell said the Pacers are chumps on the low. We play hard, they lose. I agree with that. I think if we play hard and we play aggressive, we win. You know what I mean? Trash Jumpster said I'd start TJ McConnell next game. Let Hali come off the bench. Really? That's not happening. I mean, come on.
He just had the best game of his career, his playoff career for sure.
Yeah.
The previous game.
Right. Come on. That's crazy. Trash Dumpster.
What the hell?
Trash
What
Dumpster.
the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Just gotta say that to him. Like, what are you talking about? TJ McConnell's a nice player. He's a nice bench player. He's a nice little piece. But you're not gonna sit TJ McConnell. I mean, sit Hali for TJ Mc. That's just, come on now. People are bugging. You know what I mean? It's just not happening that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Who's this? Indie Sports Fan 72 said, if we are to move on to the next round, next series, Haliburton cannot have any games like this. If the Pacers want to win an NBA championship, hope he's better at home. I mean,
he can't be as bad as he was tonight.
Played bad tonight. There's no doubt about that. He played bad tonight. 8 points for Haliburton tonight. 6 assists, I think it was, something like that. The Knicks took him out of the game, and the Knicks got to figure out how to take him out of that game again if they want to win it. They got to figure out how to take him out of the game. I mean, Kevin Bergen said Brunson would never have a single-digit scoring game in the playoffs. Yeah, I agree with that because Brunson's going to put that baby up. You know what I'm saying? And he just got that. He's not going to fade away. That it's not in his mentality to fade away like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he gets to the line, so that'll assure him, 6 points right there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's no way. We got Laura Scientist on the call. Laura Scientist, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
Hey, yo, peace. Peace, hey, yo, listen. How many assists did Haliburton have tonight? I know
6.
how much points he had, how much assists he had.
Yeah, I think he had 6 assists tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
And like
6
7 points for the game?
8 points.
8 points.
Yeah.
8 points and 6 assists.
Yeah.
Now that sounds like that plan the Tibbs put together to shut him down, kill the head of the snake, worked. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Right.
Because, I couldn't see the game, but like I said, I listened to the play-by-play as best as I can. So I caught it kind of towards the end of the first quarter. I didn't catch the opening of the first quarter, but I know Brunson got 20 in the first quarter, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. 20 in the first quarter, somewhere around 17, 20, something.
Something like that. So listen, based on what you saw, Sam, as a coach, quarter by quarter, they won. They took a command of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see, from what you saw, did it seem like it was desperation, or it was just them doing what they should have been doing from game one?
It's what they did in game one. Some of it.
Good point.
You know what I mean? Aggressive defense. Fighting and clawing and scratching for every single loose ball. Playing tight defense. I think they did something that they can definitely replicate.
Right.
You know what I mean? They, the defense was off the charts. They weren't letting them move. They weren't letting them get to their spots. They were closing out hard on open 3-point shooters. You know what I mean? They put they really, really, really focused on not letting Haliburton get the ball to create for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, obviously, Rick Carlisle is going to try to find ways to
go around
to
that,
adjust. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To go around that, but I think it's something that I definitely think it's something that they're gonna have to go out of their way to figure out how do we get Haliburton the ball so that he can run our offense. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Knicks can do the same thing that they did. And I also think it swings the momentum. It puts some pressure on Indiana, and it also builds some confidence in the Knicks, knowing that okay, yeah, we can blow this team out. And
We
that
can
game,
control the game. Yeah.
yeah, that game one wasn't just a fluke. We can do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And this one was why
and DeLon Wright do.
they both did good. They
Bench
came in.
points was how much?
I mean, points wise, they didn't score a lot of points.
defense was
Their defense though was pivotal.
But interrupted everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it really did disrupt a lot of what Indiana was doing, especially in that first half. It disrupted a lot of what they're doing. Shamet played really good defense on Haliburton, and so did DeLon Wright. Shamet knocked down a 3. Shamet had 5 points. Wright was 0 for 4.
Yeah, but he got some steals, didn't he?
Let me see. DeLon Wright. No, one steal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 steal, 3 assists, 1 rebound.
And Lord, we was ahead wire to wire. Pacers never had a lead.
Never had a lead.
Yeah, every quarter. They never had I told you I caught it like at the end of the first quarter, and listened to the play-by-play for the most of the game. Like, from the second quarter to, I had a little interruption, of course, daddy duties, but yeah, man, listen, what it sounded like, it didn't sound like they was in desperation. It sounded like they was focused.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did Cat look with his knee injury? How did he look?
There were a couple of times when he grabbed his knee. You know what I mean? But for the most part, he was good. Cat played aggressive tonight. He went to the basket hard. You know what I'm saying? He played really aggressive. 24 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. Yeah, 50% from the field. He played aggressive tonight.
And OG did good too, right? Not just defense.
He didn't shoot the ball too well. He was 3 for 14 tonight.
1 for 7 from 3.
Yeah, defense. The thing with OG is, when you need, he uses his body. He's the bully guy for us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he seems to come up with something like that when we need it.
Yeah, like he stopped Mikal. I mean, not the other Mikal for them. Stopped him with a 3-point shot or something in the third quarter.
Yeah. But
yeah, so coach, you see this can be sustainable, right?
I do.
All we got to do is pull together and believe, give them that positive energy.
It can be sustainable. Like in game 5, we tried to play as fast as they play. We can't play that way.
No, that's their way.
That's their way. We got to play our way, and we got to try to slow them down. And we did that tonight, and I think we can do it again. Let's put it like this.
I believe if we beat them in 6, I think we're gonna knock the fight out of them.
Yeah. It's been 5 games in this series, and for 3 of the 5 games, the Knicks were able to slow Indiana down. When you think about it, because in game 1, we slowed them down for 3.5 quarters. Right, and then that fourth quarter they did what they
fall
did.
Apart, yeah.
Right,
we didn't manage the clock and the time. Yeah,
yeah. The Knicks fell apart, but we slowed them down for 3 of these games. We slowed down their offense. We got to do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Got to do it again. I mean, so we'll see what's up. But Lord, I appreciate your time, man. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, no doubt. Salute to the MBK family. Salute to the Queen. Dope Soul.
No
My
doubt.
boy Ron, still Knicks fans. You know what it
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go, New York.
We appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah. Kevin said that this team frustrates me at times. This version of the Knicks won't be down 3-2 if we play like this. No doubt. We wouldn't be down 3-2. We'd be up. We might have eliminated them if we played like this every game. You know what I mean? And that's one of the problems with this team, though. You know what I'm saying? We don't always come out with that aggression, but it's year one. We might be learning how to do it. Hopefully, these playoffs teaches us a lot. You know.
And right now, I mean, we're in a situation where we got to come out like this every game moving forward. So
Right.
that that should be something that helps us to know how to maintain that mindset, because we got no choice right now in this series.
Right. Bill Jackson, 155, said Pacers didn't even try. Okay. The real Pacers will be back at the field house. If that's what you want to believe, the Pacers didn't try, then okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the field house to the L house.
You know what I mean?
Drinking away the pain.
Or, you know what I mean? The coolest. Salute, Semitoni. Salute to you. The coolest. Great win tonight. We're forcing a game 7. We're forcing a game 7. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? We're forcing a game 7. Who's this? Mr. Lemon, 14. We always lay an egg each series. Hopefully that is the case. We will now see what this team is made of. Yeah. You can see what this team is made of now. You know what I mean? Because the pressure switches back to them. They don't want to come back to the Garden. You know, that's, they're going to have a little pressure on them. And if the Knicks can get the lead and keep the lead, they keep that pressure on them all game long. That's how it was tonight. The Knicks led from the beginning to the end, and it just kept the pressure on the Pacers all night.
And we put them in a position that we've been in, more times than not. It's very difficult to continue to fight, trying to get that lead, cut a deficit down, then we go on a run. You know what I mean? It becomes demoralizing.
Right. It definitely does. I don't know how to say his name. Paget 88. I love Hali, but this is why people say he's not a superstar. He goes MIA too often. We need him to stay aggressive. Yeah, I mean, I guess, it happens to him. He's still a young player. You know what I'm saying? He's still a young player and a lot to learn, but I hope he goes MIA again.
Yep.
On Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he goes to MIA. How about that?
There you go.
Don't even show up.
Don't even show up to the game. This one here, Tony, I feel like, for some reason, I've seen this one before somewhere. And maybe I just got deja vu. I don't know. But I feel like I've read this one before. Right?
Okay.
Fan 44, he said, "What's up with the negativity? Last year, the Pacers dropped the Knicks in Game 7 at MSG. Stop blaming the refs. Knicks played harder. The Knicks played harder tonight. Didn't want to let down Timothy Chalamet, whatever how you say his name. And this is what I feel like I've seen before." He said, "Now you've got to bring your positive energy to Game 6. My favorite Knicks player of all time is Patrick Ewing. Rick Smits packed his lunch in 1994. Gear up and let's go." For some reason, I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe this guy posted that last year or something too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe he posted like a part of this last year or something.
I do feel like the Rick Smith, Patrick Ewing reference.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Well, welcome back to the Losers Lounge.
Well, welcome back, bro. Word. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. And another person. That's why Hali is overrated. I don't know if he's overrated. You know what I mean? The kid is
Voted overrated.
okay. You know, I mean, the kid is good. I don't like him, but he's good. I gotta admit, he's good. Um, what do you see, Tony? What do we got to do in game? What do we got to do in game 6?
I don't think we duplicate 8 points, but we got to slow him down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Starts with him slowing him down. Protect the ball better, which we didn't do a great job today. But
Right.
also forcing turnovers and then scoring off them. Us scoring off of turnovers becomes huge. It can
Yeah.
either neutralize them on their side, or it could be a straight advantage for us
Right.
if we're taking care of business.
Yeah. Yeah. Denver Nuggets, baby. Said, Knicks, y'all got this. If you can win game 6, y'all will have the momentum in game 7, Knicks in 7. Then again, he said, we'd love to see the New York Knicks win the finals. New York is the mecca of basketball. Trust me, we would love it. You don't understand what will happen in New York City if the Knicks win the finals. If the Knicks go to the finals, watch what happens. You know what I mean? It's gonna be nuts. The Knicks are in the finals. I gotta get to one of those watch parties that the franchise has been holding. You know what I mean? Even the Mets had the game on. That shit stayed. You know what I mean?
That's crew love. That's
Yeah.
orange and blue love.
Word up. Kevin said, stop them from running and put pressure on them. There you go.
That was a good adjustment too.
Yeah. Yep. Stop them from running and put pressure on them. Get back on defense. Like, I don't want to send less people to the offensive glass, but we got to get back on D. When we score, first of all, when we score, we got to stop falling to the ground. Sometimes we score and we fall to the ground, and then they're off and running, and somebody, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns is getting up off the floor, right?
4 on 5.
Running down 4 on 5. You know what I'm saying? We got to land on our feet, get up, get back on defense. We don't have time to put no celebration signs up or nothing because they come right back and score. And it happens too much.
Way too much by multiple players.
By
Brunson, Cat, Hart, it's multiple guys.
Yeah.
Only person that don't be on the floor is McCann. McCann.
You know what I'm saying? He don't get touched. He fades away. He ain't touching me. McCall. Big shout. MRC 1987 says Sim Tony was good. Sorry I missed the earlier live stream. Knicks in 7. Enough said. We appreciate you for showing up here tonight, bro. I'm saying we definitely do. And thank you for the super chat.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, we gotta stop them from getting back and scoring after we score. That's guys just got to be ready. We know it's coming. We know it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Get back and stop them from scoring.
And Cat got to continue to be aggressive.
Yeah. Stop letting them score for inbound plays. Bothers me. I'll be like, how we keep giving up so many backdoor cuts? Same inbounds play. Something Rick Carlisle does very well.
It's based off our tendencies.
Yeah. But like on those inbound plays, he takes a lot of guys away from the basket and then has them cutting to the basket. So there's space for them to cut to the basket. Instead of having guys post, someone in the post, and then someone in the corner, and then maybe someone in the high post. Now it's crowded. But when you take guys away from the basket, now your defense has to come away from the basket just to guard them. You know what I'm saying? And then there's backdoor cuts. I think, we got to figure out how to guard that. Something tonight that the Pacers did, they showed a little bit of zone. You know what I
As
mean?
did we.
Which is like Rick Carlisle, maybe it's something he had in his pocket that he was waiting to use. You know what I'm saying? But it says that he felt like he needed to do something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Which means there's a little bit of pressure on him.
We ran a small zone tonight too. I forgot this. I forgot under the circumstances, but it was a particular circumstances that we ran the zone twice. The announcer pointed it out as well.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'd have to check it out and see where it was at. I didn't see that. Yeah. Sidhu said, Kevin said, saw Haliburton's post game. He looked super confident, overly confident. Let's see where that gets you. Yeah, after the game, I seen him. They did a shot to him, and he was smiling. You know what I'm saying?
Saying he want to be Brunson so bad. He want to be Trae Young so bad, and he want to be Reggie Miller so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, always whining for attention. That's why I don't like him. You know what I mean? Kevin said Pacers have been under this pressure this year. Yeah, talking about them, switching and doing a little bit of zone. Said that's what we need. Get them to be desperate. That's exactly what we need. Get them to be a little bit desperate. Make them feel some desperation. I think they're gonna feel a little bit of desperation. And if we can get the lead, keep them under pressure all night, we take them out. You know what I mean? We take them out of there. I don't know. That's all I really got for tonight, Tony.
I mean, as long as we get the losers lounge in, man, we continue to get the losers lounge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Get the losers lounge, and we get the losers lounge.
So,
no doubt, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll do this again on Saturday.
It's 1:25 a.m. We're gonna let everybody go ahead and get you some sleep, get you some rest. You know what I mean? And have a great day at work tomorrow. Everybody should have a great day at work tomorrow. Being happy that the Knicks won this basketball game. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful win by the Knicks. Sore losers. Guys are sore losers, but I guess I'd be a sore loser too. I ain't gonna front.
Oh yeah, it would have been a totally different night, bro.
No doubt about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get up out of here for the night. We appreciate your time. Be peaceful. Have a great day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
What the hell? 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 What the hell?